once again, Your Honor.
One.
Appearing for the accused person. Your Honor, Article 49(1)(h) of the Constitution talks about the right to admission of bail. And further, Article 52(a) also talks about innocence of the accused person until proven otherwise or contrary is proven. And Your Honor, these rights don't just disappear because power is uncomfortable. We have a tendency, Your Honor, that we've been dealing with for so many days now, years, Your Honor, that Article 37 of the Constitution on a right to peaceably protest has been reduced to nothing, Your Honor. Every time Kenyans protest as of a right, a constitutional right, they are arrested, arraigned before these competent courts of law, obstruction, Your Honor. Obstruction of motor vehicles, causing obstruction, Your Honor. Yesterday, they blocked, and it was very visible, using barbed wires, stones. So, Your Honor, do not allow your court to be used to clean the dirt from the state. And we pray, Your Honor, that the accused person be admitted to reasonable bail terms. And I refer you to the miscellaneous criminal case 2026 to E365 of 2026. Honorable Nyalinya. 10 days ago, Your Honor, when were charged with obstruction of motor vehicles, the same charge that our client is suffering, is charged with, and there were over 200 accused persons who were released, some on personal bond and some they were released at a cost of 1,000 Kenya shillings. Your Honor, the Supreme Court of the United States of America in Bearden versus Georgia, US 660.672 to 73 of 1983. And I read it verbatim. It has been reaffirmed that there can be no equal justice where the trial a man gets depends on the amount of money. And therefore, Your Honor, giving a higher bail constitutes to denial of bail. And bond and bail policy of this court, Your Honor, of the court stipulates that bail should be issued in a manner that it does not punish before trial. Because at any time, Your Honor, the accused person remains innocent until the contrary is proven. And liberty cannot be sacrificed at the altar of administrative justice. After all this, Your Honor, we will ask ourselves a very simple question.
That's it.
That did law bend before power, or did power bow before the law?
That's it.
Lastly, Your Honor, Section 4 of the DPP Act, the guiding principle, states that the DPP should be guided by the Constitution and the following fundamental principles. Number 1, rules of natural justice. Number 2, promotion of public confidence. And number 3, to serve the cause of justice and prevent abuse of the legal process. Your Honor, the charge before you, when innocent Kenyans express their grievances in the streets as a way of peaceably protesting and protected by Article 37, clearly shows you that the charge before you, Your Honor, is a waste of the court's time, waste of the judicial time and resources, Your Honor. We should not be here talking about obstructing motor vehicles, Your Honor. Honestly, we should be doing better things, building the nation. These Kenyans, by now they could have transacted and they could have paid tax to the nation instead of being held here overnight. These are things that can be dealt with at the police station, Your Honor. So therefore,
Yes.
stamp authority, Your Honor, and a shame, power and the devil. Thank you, Your Honor.
In brief, so that we move a little bit faster, Council, because I hope that we save a little bit of time because we have some hearings to do. I want to believe that submission you are making will relate to the rest, so that we don't repeat yourself. So, Council, in brief, and last that you don't repeat what your colleagues have said, so that you save time. Proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Your Honor, I will not actually be submitting much, so that the court has already chosen to adopt our submission. Your Honor, this clearly relates to the ones that we have yet to be read to 4 Kenyans whose personalities are well known. In fact, just the other day, 2 of them were abducted subsequent to the demonstrations that were held on 25th. Are still on medical treatment. I'm being informed that one Dixon still has a bandage on his hand that is well sick, so he's still on his recovery. But yesterday when I was barricaded, I had to see he has no shoes. I saw his shoes. I hope they are still along Arambe Avenue. Black sport shoes. He has no shoes. He's actually barefooted. He has come at the feet of justice. I'm being told by Mr. Babu it hopes that it will be introduced as exhibit here.
Yeah.
Mr. Mutiki, Your Honor, is equally living and is still that they face were well narrated to the nation on one of the major networks last week on Sunday, so I do not want to belabor what Your Honor. The attention of this court and probably of the decision, as a ruling in High Court petition E389 of 2025.
Petition number
E389 of 2025. Katiba Institute versus Pepe. Your Honor, I've had a cursory look at the charge sheet that the four accused persons face before this honorable court, which relates to the obstruction of traffic and road, and it has now become a modus operandi of the state of now an infamous, they're now calling it the Iron Dome, the Kenyan Iron Dome, that is electric, the barbed wire on roads. In effect, they themselves in their own actions obstructing the same traffic that the four innocent Kenyans are being accused of. Your Honor, there was barely any movement in the city yesterday, as was witnessed by Kenyans all over the country. And most Kenyans could not even attend to work based on the same actions. Your Honor, I'd like to read paragraph 9, what Justice Mugambi held. And gave orders that pending hearing and determination of the petition, a conservatory order is issued restraining the first respondent, read the Inspector General of Police, or any other officer subordinate to him from mounting barricades, police roadblocks that block entry of members of public from accessing the central business district within Nairobi County or streets within the central business district or any other public road without issuing a timely advisory notice prior to the emergency barricade of roads to allow the citizens of public to plan their activities accordingly. So that in as much as the state were claiming yesterday that they had received no notice, as citizens we had equally received no notice either that they will be erecting barricades, road. They were alleging.
It was given.
But there is a notice in place. I'm being informed that there is a the planned witnesses, that is PC Duncan Simba, PC Sostin Chichani, and others to be stated, should equally come ready at the time of trial with their notice as to barricading of the said roads. Your Honor, that would be all. I'm being told we're being joined by 3 other councils because I'm just introducing them.
Yes,
they're not
please,
submitting.
I will restrict submissions because
They're not submitting.
I gave you priority because I rarely take plea before hearings. So I don't want us to, because we may then consume times for hearings. So just introduction.
I'm placing them on record so that history can be kind of that.
Let me note the presence, Mr.
That is Mr. Rubin. Good morning.
Manu.
Mr. Kisoyo. Good
Manu.
Mr. JW. Good morning.
Mr. Again, the last
JW Oruko. Yeah, we are most obliged by you.
state. Spence, and also you are brief for us so that we please have time for others.
Yeah, first and foremost, the state has no objection to the accused person being granted reasonable bond terms. Just a slight response to the submissions made before you. The state is very much respectful of the submissions made by council. Unfortunately, issues to do with breach of fundamental rights are a reserve of the High Court as per Article 23 of the Constitution. So it's best, Your Honor, that they lay their arguments before the High Court. Unfortunately, the court may not be able to entertain the issues raised. Second, Your Honor, that the state in bringing these charges, Your Honor, is in line with Article 157 sub Article 6. They're just discharging our mandate. And noting, Your Honor, there's no application that has been brought before you laying claim that the charges before you are not proper. And third, Your Honor, there have been issues raised concerning abduction. And I took a glance at the police. To make a report. But Your Honor, the state is acting in the best interest of justice. Specifically, ODPG is. That will be all.